My father-in-law blamed me when his fishing boat sank. The marina kept his launch waiver. I'm Lena, 42, and I inspect boats at Turn Harbour for a living. My father-in-law, Gordon, owned an aging fishing boat called the Blue Finch. He treated that boat like a family elder who should never be questioned. Before our summer fishing weekend, he asked me for a quick inspection. I found a cracked intake fitting below the waterline, and a hose soft enough to pinch flat. I photographed both problems, tied a red hole tag to the wheel and wrote an estimate. The boat needed to stay on land until the fitting was replaced. Gordon stared at the page and said, "You're turning a simple hose into a payday." I told him the hose wasn't the dangerous part. The cracked fitting could let the harbour inside faster than his pump could push it out. He folded my estimate into his pocket. Then he announced that I had ruined the family weekend. The next morning, the Blue Finch was gone from its cradle. My husband, Theo, thought Gordon had taken it to another yard. Gordon ignored my calls, so I sent one message saying the boat was unsafe to launch. Near midnight, Harbour Master Ellis called me. The Blue Finch was settling at a guest slip with water over the cabin floor. Nobody had been aboard. The harbour crew raised it with bags and moved it to the service pier. Gordon arrived before sunrise wearing dry deck shoes and a wounded expression. In front of Ellis and 2 crew members, he said I had replaced the fitting badly during my inspection. I hadn't touched it. By breakfast, he had told the whole family that my careless repair sank his boat. By lunch, his insurer had suspended me from its approved surveyor list while it reviewed the claim. That list supplied almost half my small yard's inspection work. I sent the adjuster, Priya, my photographs, estimate, and the message Gordon never answered. He claimed every item had been created after the boat went down. For 3 days, my phone stayed quiet. 2 customers postponed inspections, and Theo kept asking his father to tell the truth. Gordon only said, "Lena knows how insurance works, she'll be fine." Then Ellis called me into the marina office. He placed a yellow launch form on the desk. Because the Blue Finch carried a red hold tag, the crane operator had required Gordon to sign an owner-directed launch waiver. The form quoted my warning exactly. It also carried Gordon's signature and the time he ordered the boat lowered. Ellis had something else. The crane automatically took a load photograph for every launch. In Gordon's picture, my red tag was still tied to the wheel. Priya came to the yard that afternoon. She compared the crane image with my inspection photograph. The crack ran through the same patch of green corrosion in both. She also checked the gate scan. Gordon's truck had entered after closing, more than an hour after my last employee left. At the family dinner that Sunday, Gordon started explaining that paperwork could be misunderstood. Theo set the waiver beside his plate and said, "Your signature isn't a misunderstanding." I didn't argue. I finished my soup while everyone read the page for themselves. The insurer restored my surveyor status and removed my yard from the claim. Gordon had to cover the salvage, storage and repair caused by launching against the written warning. He later asked whether I would fix the Blue Finch at a family rate. I gave him the names of 2 other yards and returned his spare key. The next boat I cleared belonged to a youth sailing club. Its engine started cleanly, and that was enough for me.